Everyone, this is Tom Painter again, and we've got Kurt Mortensen in the house. He's going to be talking a little bit more about the high tech of Bitcoin and crypto and NFTs. You know, as we have been working all over the world, it's amazing how difficult it's been to actually move money around the world. You know, we've given away 30,000 financial rewards, and the high techness of Bitcoin and crypto and the blockchain. The key is called the blockchain. The blockchain is the technology that allows us to move money all over the world for very low cost because of the way the system was created. And that big banks, all kinds of organizations are using the new technology called blockchain technology. Now, Bitcoin happens to be using that technology. It's one of it's really the one that really kind of created that technology. And so I'll just give you my little 2 cents worth before I turn it over to Kurt is that now many of you need to have your Buffett bucks going. That's part of your asset allocation. As you do that, we want you to put some of that in there. If you want to have a little bit of Bitcoin, you're welcome to do that. We're not gambling all of it. We're going to put a portion in there. Learn more about it, and then you decide what portions and percentages you put into real estate, stock, and everything else. But you're going to have a whole portfolio of all that. And if you are going to jump into Bitcoin, I'm not going to tell you what to do with it. We're going to transfer our Bitcoin to you because the Bitcoin is the firstest with the mostest. That's a marketing term, and it's the one that's going to be around. And what's nice about the system is that there is a definite total number that they're going to create. And so there's only going to be 22 million of these Bitcoins that are out there. And so there is going to be part of the supply and demand curve. There's only going to be so much of a supply. So that's one we like. The second one is Ethereum. And the reason I like Ethereum is because that's like the Microsoft DOS. That's like the Microsoft software that the vast majority of these other cryptos that they have all kinds of certain uses for runs on. That's kind of the backbone. So they make money just off all the transactions. So those are the two I like the best. And then if you want to put some money in the Wild West and you've got something that you like XRP or Doge, I own some Doge, it's going to be really interesting to watch Elon Musk. You know, as I've traveled all over the world, most people around the world are very high tech with their phones and stuff like that. They scan a lot of things, QR codes, all those things, and it's really gone digital faster there than it has in North America. And you're going to see it go faster and faster because the cost is so much cheaper to do it on a digital basis. And so if you do want to do Doge or something else, you're welcome to do that. Watch Twitter. Twitter is going to be turning into what I think is going to be like a WhatsApp, which means the ability to deliver goods and services, to be able to deliver money, to move money in, and all that stuff is all going to be done under the new Twitter app, which Elon Musk has changed to X because it's going to do everything. And so just watch that one and you're going to be amazed when you see it. And all he's doing is doing what other countries have already got a head start on us. But if Kurt's in the house, I'm sorry taking up so much his time. Kurt, come jump on here and let's talk especially about NFTs today. Kurt, take it away.
All right, good to have you back. Let's take a deeper dive in the world of crypto, blockchain, NFTs, some of the basics we talked about last week. But I want to focus on NFTs and make it simple so you understand it. Whether you believe in crypto, understand crypto, or the blockchain, your life will come across NFTs. That is going to be the new standard, the new normal, the Web 3.0 they call it. So how do you get involved with NFTs? How do you understand NFTs? Why are they becoming so popular? What can they do? Why are they increasing in value? All of the above. This is not financial advice. We're just helping you understand the future, what's happening with this new technology. So what is an NFT? Well, to put it bluntly, it's a non-fungible token. Okay? NFT, non-fungible token. And it's a unique digital asset identifier that is recorded on the blockchain. Now, bear with me on this one. It's used to certify ownership and authenticity. And it cannot be copied or forged. You know with 100% certainty that this is a real digital asset, a real digital token, a real digital fill in the blank. See, the ownership of an NFT is recorded on the blockchain. Remember, you can't hack the blockchain. It's there. It's permanent. and the owner of it can transfer it to other people. You don't need any coding skills. You don't need to understand the blockchain. It's usually a digital file like artwork or a photo or a book or music. You know that it's real, you've paid for it, and you own a real copy. So this is a new type of digital asset. In the last couple of years, it's gone off the charts as far as popularity. So we can really explain what this is. It's almost like having a digital notary. Now, a notary is someone that verifies a contract or something is real, that you actually signed it, that you actually own it, that you actually did it. And that's been the problem with the internet for years, is that when somebody sends you a file or a picture, you don't know if it's original, you don't know if it's been made up, you don't know if it's been stolen. With NFTs, anything digital, you know with 100% accuracy and certainty that it is real, because we haven't been able to do that before. Here's an example. I'm an author. I have electronic books, PDF copies of the books. If I sold somebody a copy of my book, what stops them from just sending it to a friend or even selling it to a stranger? I don't know, and that stranger doesn't know that it's a counterfeit copy. It's not even a legitimate copy. See, that's been the challenge with music, with photos and pictures and other things on the internet. We have no idea if it's real and authentic. Now with NFTs, you know that if there's 100,000 copies of a book, you have copy 10,000. Or it could be unique and original, just one of them, like a baseball card. Now you can do digital baseball cards and know you're the only one that owns it, or the only one of 1,000 that own it. You know for sure that it's real. We've never been able to do that before. It's always been very difficult online with digital items. Now with NFTs and the blockchain, remember, you can't change the blockchain. Once it's been recorded, it's there forever. We know that you own it, that it's yours. That's an NFT, a non-fungible token. You see, the uses of this is endless. So let's talk about it. For example, you can use it for digital art. Now, in the past, you bought a physical item. Now you can be the only person that owns this art. Or again, one of 100 that owns a specific art piece, and you know that you're the only one that owns it. Maybe, again, 1 out of 1,000 that owns a legitimate, real copy. There's gaming. Gaming is a huge business. In the past, when you'd play a video game, you would earn a sword or earn some property or earn a prize, and you really didn't own that. It belonged to the game. Now it's changing gaming, because now if you earn something like a sword or a piece of equipment for the game, that's an NFT. You own it, so you could sell it to somebody else, which is rocking the gaming world to where you own your game, you own your play. If you've earned something, you don't have to just let it sit there. You can sell to somebody else via an NFT, and that person knows it's real, it's legitimate, and they actually are going to receive it. I mentioned music, I mentioned books. Now you know, if you're an author or an artist, that someone's paying for it, that it's real, it's legit. And if you're a consumer, you know if you're buying something, that it's real, it's legit, you're getting the right copy. It's not stolen off the internet. You're getting a legitimate copy that you can use for yourself and to sell to other people. They also use NFTs for finance, keeping track of numbers, keeping track of ledgers, or even a deed to your property. You know that they actually own it, that they own the deed, that it's real. So there's a lot of applications within the world of finance. Virtual real estate, virtual worlds, you probably heard like metaverse, where it's pretty much an online universe where you can own property via NFT. Then there's virtual real estate. You've heard the term metaverse. It's pretty much an online universe, an online world where there are platforms like Decentraland or Sandbox where you can buy, sell, and develop virtual real estate using NFTs. You know that it's a real piece of property. Again, you can buy, you can sell, you can do different things with them. That's virtual real estate. They're using that for NFTs. Also, sports collectibles. I mentioned baseball cards, football cards, whatever it is, you know, if you want to sell it, that it's not just copied, it's a real sports collectible. Now you know it's real, you sell it to someone else, it's real, and it maintains or increases in value. Films can be the same way. Is it counterfeit? Is it real? So any type of video, any type of Hollywood type film can be an NFT. Now sometimes they sell specific frame shots from the film as an NFT, as a collectible. There's your digital identity. You can authenticate yourself with an NFT. They know who you are without pulling out your wallet and showing ID. You can prove ownership of what you own. You can prove who you are. It could be some type of a digital certificate. Even with health records. Your own personal health record. It's you own it, you know it's real, and you can share with whoever you want. Can be an NFT. Even voting can be done via the blockchain or NFTs to where you know that you voted, you have authentication, and you can't cheat. Imagine an election where people know nobody cheated. Why aren't they using it? I don't know. We won't even go into that, but the technology is there. So remember, NFT is a non-fungible token. Let's go into that a little bit more so you can really understand what that means. With using the word fungible, I don't know if I'm allowed to use that word, but fungible sounds like a word like sweetheart. Are you fungible? Is it fungible? This will really help you understand it. So let's kind of do a quick review of what a non-fungible token is. Let's start with a token. That's something that's a cryptocurrency. That's something that's on the blockchain. Remember we talked about last time that they don't all do certain things. Some are currency, some are a application, some can be a commodity, some can be fill in the blank. They can do different things. And this is a subset of that. So is it fungible? So let's play a little game here and work through it and realize, help you understand what it means to be fungible. So non-fungible, so that's not fungible, token or part of the blockchain or cryptocurrency. So first of all, it has to be interchangeable. That's what fungible means, fungibility. It's interchangeable. I know it's a new word, but you need to understand it. Interchangeable. It could be sold in bulk. It's all the same. Like a load of cement, a load of dirt, it's all the same. You don't want a specific piece. It's all the same. It's fungible. It's interchangeable. A bucket of cement here is the same as a bucket of cement there, for the most part. So the government definition is all goods that are interchangeable for commercial purposes and have essentially identical properties. So a cup of flour, you don't care what cup it is as long as you get a cup of flour. Cooking oil is fungible. So basically, one part of it can be replaced with another part. It's not unique in any way. You don't care what gallon of gasoline is as long as it's a gallon of gasoline. So when you buy gasoline, you don't care that it's unique. You just care that it's gasoline and it works. That's fungible. Like Bitcoin is fungible. Doesn't matter which Bitcoin you get, it can spend. Money is fungible. If I had a $100 bill, it's fungible. It's interchangeable. I don't care what $100 bill it is. As long as it spends, I'm okay. So it's interchangeable. It's not unique in any way. You really don't care what gallon of gas or what Bitcoin it is or what $100 bill it is. You own it and you can exchange it and you can use it. You don't care that you have the unique $100 bill with a specific serial number because they all spend. So that is non-fungible token or NFT. So it's a token on the blockchain and it's not fungible. It's not interchangeable. It's unique in some way. So these non-fungible tokens are pieces of digital content. They're on the blockchain. They're secure. It's kind of like a digital database. They're unique. They're not mutually interchangeable, which means no two NFTs are usually the same. I mean, it's crazy what these NFTs are doing right now. In fact, let me show you a website called OpenSea. It's OpenSea.io, where they have NFTs that they sell. And it's kind of crazy what they're looking at. Not financial advice, but if you look up here, they have art and games and different things, photography, music that people can bid on, people can buy. And they've got the craziest things. If you look up Bored Ape Yacht Club, of all things. All right, click on that and take a look what they have. These pictures, these are NFTs. These are all unique in some way. There's no two that are alike. But look at the prices of these things. So I'll just click on the first one here. I think this is the cheapest one. It's $45,000. I know you're like, what? That's crazy. That's dumb. But they sell. You can see the price history that they sell. In fact, let's go back and look at the most expensive. Make sure you're sitting down. Again, I don't know why these bored apes have become so popular, but they're very popular NFTs. People buy them for investments. I'm not saying you should. I'm just giving you an example here. So let's go to the highest price. All right, we'll click on that one. I know you want that in your home. So we'll click on that. The most expensive one, yeah, $11 million. Just saying, kind of crazy. I know that's the industry. If you go back, remember they have a lot of different types from artwork to games. Remember pieces of the game that you can use? They have photography, music. It's out there. And remember, it's unique. Now, with a digital item, you know that you really own it, that it's real. So let's play a game here so you can really understand this, because I know it's a new word. I had to look it up when I first saw it. Is it fungible? Okay. Is it fungible? So the first one, money. Is it fungible? Yeah, when you look at money or Bitcoin, you don't care what $100 bill you get. Remember we talked about this? Or what Bitcoin you get, it spends, it's all worth the same. You don't care. So it's fungible. So money is fungible. It's divisible, which also means I could take a $100 bill and divide it into dollar bills or to quarters or to pennies. It is definitely fungible. What about artwork? Well, that would be non-fungible because it's unique, right? It's a unique piece of art. Unless you photocopy it or scan it in, it's unique. Artwork is non-fungible. Each one's unique, each one's different, so it's definitely non-fungible. Here's the one that's a little more tricky. What about an airline seat? Well, it's tricky because it's semi-fungible, meaning a seat's a seat. Everyone is getting to New York City on the same plane. That makes it fungible. We're all getting to New York, but it's kind of semi-fungible because it's different. Are you in the back of the plane sitting by the lavatory, or are you up in first class? So that is semi-fungible. We're all getting to New York, but we all have different experiences depending on where we're sitting. What about a baseball card? Well, we know that one. That one's non-fungible. Maybe only 1,000 were printed. So 1,000 of those are unique. You know that you have baseball card 462. That is non-fungible. What about gold? Yeah, just like money, it's fungible. You don't care what kilo of gold you have as long as it's a kilo of gold. If that's what you're buying, that's what you're spending, that is definitely fungible. Gaming? Well, if gaming's done on the blockchain, that is also non-fungible. You know that it's unique. You know that you've earned it. You know it's part of the game. Maybe it's unique to where there's only 100 of those items within the game, which increases the value. So any type of gaming NFT is usually non-fungible. A concert seat, what do you think? Another one of those little tricky ones. That's semi-fungible. Everyone's at the same concert, listening to the same music, but there is a different experience if you're front row or in the very, very back in the grass seats. So that is semi-fungible. Now, CryptoKitties, that's another popular NFT. That's artwork. They also sell for a lot of money if you want to look them up. The last one sold for over $1 million. Those are non-fungible. They're just like the apes, unique. They're all different. You own it. You know you own it. And every picture's a little bit different. What about stock certificates? That is fungible. Because if you had 100 shares of Berkshire Hathaway, you don't care what certificate had 100 shares on it. As long as you knew it was real and that you could cash it in, it's fungible. So stock certificates are fungible. Medical data, that's non-fungible. That's unique to you. No one else had it. No one else should be able to see it unless you give them permission. So that's non-fungible. That's not something that you can trade with other people. Hey, I'll use your medical data this time. It is unique to you. A football ticket, you know the answer to this one. Semi-fungible. Everyone's in the same game. But are you in the front row and the back row, just like the concert? Oil, like sugar, like flour, like a box of apples, it's fungible. You don't care what barrel of oil you get, what box of apples you get. As long as you know that's what it is, oil is fungible. A copyright, like books, like for a book or music, that is non-fungible. You own it or somebody else owns it. And so when you purchase it, you know that you're getting the legitimate copy. So if it can't be sold in bulk, it's interchangeable, then it's fungible. So what we're talking about is something that's non-fungible. It's unique in some way. Even if there's 1,000 of them, they're identical, they still are non-fungible because there's only 1,000 of them. So could it be sold in bulk? Is it interchangeable? Remember that load of cement? You don't care as long as it's good cement. Remember the definition, all goods that are interchangeable for commercial purposes, they have identical properties. That's what fungibility means. So the use cases are off the charts. The sky's really the limit here is what you can do with these things, from art to gaming to music to books to purchasing real estate to virtual real estate. I'll talk more about metaverses and how that's going to impact the world, collectibles, films, your digital identity. Now you know. Imagine, because you don't know before when someone sends you attachment, is it real? Is it fake? Is it a virus? Now this is a digital notary that's telling you via the blockchain. Remember, the blockchain is a digital letter that cannot be altered. That has to be verified by multiple users. You know it's real. So just like a physical item, you can prove it's real by using a notary. Now this is a digital notary that you can use for anything. You can exchange document, music, books, concert tickets, buy a home, and you know that it's real, that it's unique. So this is just getting started. It's gotten really popular in the last year or two. You need to know what it is. Whether you do the blockchain, believe in the blockchain, understand cryptocurrency, you need to understand what an NFT is, a non-fungible token. So there you have it. Is it fungible? Now you know what an NFT is. Now when other people ask about it, talk about it, you know exactly what it is. It's a token. That means it's on the blockchain. It's not fungible, meaning it's unique in some way. It hasn't been duplicated. It's real. And it's going to change how we do almost every aspect of business. We're going to know if you buy something at a store, you're going to receive an NFT and know that it's a real item. It's not a knockoff. It's not a counterfeit. It's actually real. There are a lot of great applications with it. So now you know, is it fungible? Learn more about NFTs. Some people in the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency, that's all they do is buy and sell NFTs. That's their thing. That's what they do. Not saying that you need to do that. I'm just saying that is part of the cryptocurrency world. So thanks for being here. Learn about these things, make a difference, and go out and make the world a better place.
So again, thanks, Kurt. And I just want to touch base. And to me, when you think of NFTs, I just think unique. What's unique about it? Every stock certificate, there's many of them, but every certificate itself has a unique number to it. Every dollar bill has a serial number. That dollar bill is unique. Every piece of art that is created, even though there might be hundreds of them, every piece of art is unique because it has it has a number on it. This is number 1 of 300, number 2 of 300, number 3 of 300. So it has a unique number on it. So really, to make it simple, just think of what is unique about it. If it's a stock certificate, there is a serial number. That's unique. If it's a dollar bill, that's unique. It has a serial number that makes that $1 bill unique. If it's a piece of art, it's number 1 of 300. That is unique piece of information. And then what we're saying is that the ownership of that gets simply put onto the blockchain so that it doesn't get forged. There's only one of them. There's only one of them that are out there. And you might own that physical piece of artwork, but it goes the ownership certificate that lets everybody know who owns it is basically on the blockchain. A piece of real estate, when you buy a piece of real estate, you have all the paperwork, you own it, but that deed and the ownership is actually recorded at the county, so anybody can see who actually owns that piece of real estate. So that means that real estate can't be sold to multiple places and people. So that's what's unique about the blockchain. It's kind of fun to see what's happening with it and where it's going. So that's why we want to introduce you early. And again, if you want to invest a little bit of your Bitcoin, you're going to have real estate, you're going to have stock, you're going to have all kinds of things in there. Then that's why we're exposing you to it. So this has been Tom Painter and Kurt Mortensen. Thank you so much for being with us. We're going to be right back. We have Robert Allen. We're going to be talking about multiple streams of income next.